I'm like, I am, I don't know what to say. For context, if anybody's coming to this video that wasn't set by Ren, let me give you a little bit of context. Okay, the context is I'm I'm out, having a nice time watching Super Mario Brothers at the theater. Fun flick, by the way, especially if you grew up with Super Mario Brothers 1 on the NES. Just having a nice time, eating some popcorn, throwing it back. After the movie was over, I felt good. I said, this was a fun activity. What a nice way to end the night. This is all out of the service area. I didn't have any cellular service in this space. So as I'm driving home, suddenly my phone starts buzzing. And then it starts buzzing. And then it starts buzzing. And it keeps buzzing. And there's this long list of notifications coming in through Instagram, the YouTube app, TikTok, like these comments on all these videos, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And I don't yet have the context. So I pull over and I open up Instagram first and foremost. Heidi, who has always been commenting on my videos, and Julie both let me know, like, Ren left a post about you, about your reactions, asking his fans to come by. Ren saw the not reaction video we did for Animal Flow last week, and like even that blows my mind. You gotta understand, I started this channel as a way to fulfill a social void that kind of happened after COVID, and the lockdowns and whatnot shifted some social behaviors and routines that we had. Because prior to this, I would connect with friends, uh, get together and listen to music, and then talk about the songs, how it made us feel, what aspects and elements we enjoyed, and all of us having different kind of backgrounds, but all of us sharing one thing in common, and that is we all participated in the production, creation, and performance of music. So in the absence of that, this channel allowed me to have a reason to express what I feel about music, because certainly I would listen to it, but I don't have anybody to say it to. I could write it down. Well, what am I going to do? Another music blog? That doesn't fulfill the same pathways in my heart or mind to give me the same kind of joy. So even just to say it, and to myself, I was fine with that, thinking that in isolation I would listen to music and conceptually I'd be talking to somebody else, but it would really just be a camera and I'd be talking to myself. When I got 10 people subscribed to me, I was like, wow, this is like profound. I'm connecting with people. And some people have, not a lot, but a few people are interested in what I had to say. And 10 was more than the actual social music group that I had. We were about 3 to 6, usually 4 or 5. So that was more, and I was happy with it. I was saying, this is great. If I can have conversations with 10 people about music on a regular basis, I would love it. That 10 turned into 100. Mind blown. The fact that 100 people would take any amount of time, even if it's just like 10 minutes out of their day, to listen to what I have to say. Like, eternally grateful for that. Because I understand the competition of your attention, and there's so many interesting and wonderful things you could be looking at online. There's so many artists like Ren that you could be listening to, new music you could be digging for. And so many people would stop and give me that time. I'm very humbled by that. So I just kept making these videos and having these conversations and developing friendships. And the stories shared with me from everybody in the comments, and I can't always get back to them. And I feel guilty about that, because you're making yourself vulnerable for me to share your experience, your direct experience with a piece of art. And I just don't always have time to get back to it. And all of those comments, regardless how long or dense they are, they offer me an insight to who you are as people. And despite the fact that we're separated by screens, we found common things to congregate around, and to feel connected in that way it's healing. It's strange that this is all digital, and we somehow, like, we kind of stigmatize technology as this barrier in some ways, but there is also a beautiful human element to it that I don't think we celebrate enough. And I celebrate it every day. When I made a not reaction video, I made the animal flow not reaction video, and I read a comment that Ren left. The fact that he watched that, because I'm just here talking about music. I'm just here like making friends, you know, meeting people through bodies of text, hearing stories, sharing my thoughts that have so often just been just pulling my heart out often, and just letting you look at it. And the fact that Ren saw that changed my perception of the internet completely. Because I didn't realize, I think I thought that I knew the internet had reach. Of course it does, but I didn't know that it had arms. You know, I didn't know that I could actually reach out, and you, or artist, or Ren, could actually reach back. So upon opening the YouTube app, you know, earlier today, before I went to the movies, before I had driven off and left home, I was like just over 2,000 followers, and I was elated with that. I thought, this is like great. I'm actually doing something. I'm watching something grow, which felt really nice. Now we're at like 5,700. Okay, and the subscriber count is one thing. To look at the number, it's like, whoa. The number made me stop and freeze. But then to read the comments that are being left, the ones who are now resonating with the things that I had said, people are resonating with how I resonated with Ren's art, and positive feedback, and saying Ren sent me. Like, the subscriber count is one thing, but the comments have humanized that. The subscriber count made me stop. The comments made me cry. I had to pull over. I had to pull over. I had to weep. Because for a long time, and not just for YouTube, this goes to all my artistic endeavors, for all the music that I've been involved with, for all the things that I've written and shown people, and just, you know, some people are just like, yeah, neat. I kind of convinced myself that I'll only ever be doing anything creative for myself. I think punk rock kind of helped me with that, helped me be okay with that. Punk rock at a young age, Henry Rollins, what, but Like, it sucks. It sucks when you work really hard for a long time and you submit to that. And by that, I don't mean that my original desire was to do what other people wanted, but that I would have liked to be able to produce anything, whether it's thought or music, photography, that meant anything to anybody, that was of any value to anybody. And so for all of this to unfold, because somebody with such influence, Ren, who is so gracious and humble, extended his access to me, it means a lot to me. More than the subscriber count as a number, but the gesture that anybody would do that. This kind of goes back to what I had said in the animal flow, not reaction, is that with a platform that Ren has grown from the grass roots, from the ground up, there's no limit to the amount of influence. There's no limit to the amount of people he can uplift, transform, and inspire. And this is a proof of concept. This is proof of that. Thank you, Ren, sincerely from the bottom of my heart, because you didn't have to do that. In the span of like 3-4 hours, you've opened up so many more doorways and pathways for human connection, which will then allow me to, and others, to maybe find each other in a way, to find the people that we need to find in order to be the best versions of ourselves. And in this attention-centered economy, that redistribution of access and attention is kind of as good as currency, because there is so much media, there's so much flashing lights that are anchored with these corporate hooks that almost want to sink into us and pull us away from each other. This allows us to connect directly. Man, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm truthfully, I'm very grateful. Well, okay, for the new subscribers, I guess I should leave you with some parting words. A poem I wrote. A desert plain displayed my impending death, casting empty winds in phrases. These words have caught wind, and I am captured by their severity. A hard rain washes away my natural smile, only to pelt me with stone-faced standards of gods dethroned and cast from heavens. Pelt me if you must, for it will be in the true eyes of beauty that I will find my Savior. Where your gods are man-made, my gods made man, made me a man, and as myself I will continue to create myself, remain ever elusive to the hands of man-made gods, for God I am. And without definitions and judgment I will exist myself beyond visual recognition, nesting in an oasis of self-awareness. You can't kill me. I am already dead. Peace.